Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. I'm Bray, and today we're going to be playing Castle Crashers and doing a bit of a special stream. I'm sure you guys have likely seen if you've been on our community page. We've been doing a giveaway. We've had it going for quite a bit now, and we tried to give people ample time to be able to join that. And I still wish more people would have joined, and I don't take it personally or anything, but part of me wishes we had a couple more heads on the giveaway, but ultimately I'm glad to be able to be in the position to give anything away at all. And like we've talked about, for the giveaway, we're going to be giving away a $25 card for any given not streaming service, any given platform. So Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Steam, any of those things. Those are all eligible. So let me quickly pull up stream. Also give people a little bit of time to see the stream and hop in. Welcome everyone. Just giving people ample time to hop in here. All right. We're just gonna be doing a casual little speed run before. So once again, thanks for stopping by, and can't wait to be doing this kind of stuff more regularly in the future. All right. So just gonna hop in multiplayer. Who are we gonna play as? It's not like a real official speed run or anything. I'm not even gonna time it. So let's do someone I haven't done. And if any of you guys have Castle Crashers and want to hop in and play with me, feel free to do that. Alright, so first things first, just gonna grab that potion from him, then make our way onward. Jack! Hello! Glad that you're stopping in, because you're one of the only people who even registered for the giveaway. We had 7 entrants. So at some point during this stream, we're gonna be drawing the winners, and I'm gonna reach out to, or the winner rather. But at some point, I'm gonna reach out to them to let them know that they've won. And Jack, just to remind you, your entry is for me to start Hollow Knight next. That's what when we had talked about it, you said you weren't interested in the $25 prize, but you'd rather me start my Hollow Knight playthrough sooner. So that's we're honestly, regardless of if you win, I'm definitely gonna be doing that soon. But if you win, that'll be the next thing I start, and dedicate myself to. So I'm gonna be doing the 112% playthrough of or I'm gonna finish my save file and get it up to 112%. So yeah, I think I might just do it after my run. But I'm still glad that you wanted to enter the giveaway, even if it was for an alternative prize. I kind of wish that we would have gotten a couple more people to join. just because it's our way of giving back, and we want people to feel like they have the ability to join, which we've definitely learned. Maybe we will have a different way to enter in the future. It seems like a lot of people don't have Discord, so that's kind of my bad, but it is what it is. Regardless, I'm glad that you guys have been interested, and thank you guys so much, as always, for like all of the continuous support, because if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be in the position to make content for fun anyways. We wouldn't be able to do that regardless. So the fact that we're able to make any money, we want to be able to give that back to our community. That's always been a very important thing to me, especially considering, if I'm being honest, I never thought the channel was going to make any money. Even though we only make a couple $100, like we make $100 to $200 a month from everything, from memberships, supers, everything, and that all goes back into the channel. We don't plan on spending anything on anything else. We've bought only business expenses, new games. We bought Dad a pair of blue light resistant glasses because, you know, he had done a little bit of damage to his eyes from extended play without breaks, which, I mean, that's also, like we said in the past, that is just a reminder that anyone, whether you be a content creator or not, you need to be playing in moderation and not putting yourself at risk. Yeah, it's on a wheel. I have it hidden right now, but I'm just gonna pull it up over the screen, and we're gonna do just the classic prize wheel. See, like, we had so many people say that they didn't want to enter, and I guess I wish that they would have, those people would have picked a different prize, perhaps. You'll see who entered. Like I said, there's 7 people. To name a few, there's you, Apathetic Echo, Matthew, William. That, just to name a couple. William! I summoned him. Glad that you're here. We're gonna be doing the giveaway after my run. I'm gonna try to do a chill, quick speed run. Not actually, I'm not even keeping the timer up or gonna put the timer up for it or anything, but just having a casual stream, having fun. Unfortunately, allergies are hitting Dad really bad, so he can't really record right now, which is part of the reason why we've been kind of putting out less content in the past couple days. It's just been a little difficult because I've been going through allergy season, and now it's kind of hitting Dad too. You finally did it? You beat Consort Radon? Good job. Congratulations, William. But yeah, so the currency is going to be determined by the winner, so I haven't got the cards yet. Which I'm just going to end up buying it digitally, and during the stream I'm going to reach out to whoever won and make sure that they claim their prize. Like Dad said, say you don't want the $25 code and you just want us to spend those $25 on content, so whether that be the Elden Ring DLC, Jack wants us to play Hollow Knight, which we actually already have. But, you know, that'll just give us the opportunity to spend that money on a different project, because he wanted an alternative prize that was something we already owned. But yeah, like I said, if any of you guys yeah, there's a chance I won't be buying anything, in which I will just, like I said, put that towards another video, perhaps. Or maybe just, you know, save it. We've got a couple big ideas in the works as far as future projects go, so we definitely want to be able to create as much awesome content as possible, which like I said earlier, is only due to the support of you guys. If it weren't for you guys being there for each and every stream, you know, interacting, hanging out, and making us a part of your daily routine, we wouldn't be in the position to give anything away. So glad to have you guys, though. William, did you see that I beat Dark Souls Remastered? If you haven't watched those streams already, I suggest that you go and check them out. They're pretty fun. It's honestly been one of my most enjoyable experiences. Have you played Castlevania Lords? Oh, Lords of Shadow? I have not. I've heard good things about Lords of Shadow. I'm actually interested to see. I'm interested to see the gameplay. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 Remastered was super fun. Except for Lost Izalith. That's just one of the lamest areas, I feel like, in all of Dark Souls. There's literally like one enemy, or not one enemy, there's like one item in a bunch of half dragons. Like a bunch of dragons that have been chopped like down the middle. Yeah, the trick for the Castle Crashers speedrun is you want to put it all into strength. What's up, Baggy? I was gonna ask you, Baggy, are you interested in the giveaway? I mean, you joined. You're a member, and I was thinking of making a clause in there that, you know, if you had joined via membership, then you didn't have to hit me up via Discord, because I feel like a lot of people don't have Discord. But if not, I understand. I didn't want to, you know, drastically change the rules of the giveaway or anything. But I mean, Baggy, you've been such an avid supporter, and you've been here very, very regularly. I at least wanted to give you guys the opportunity. But yeah, so glad to see you. Oh, okay. So this is one of the first tricks of the run. You pull out, and honestly, anyone who's here in stream is still capable of joining the giveaway. Until we give it away, anyone who hasn't entered can. And I'm at the point where I'm gonna ignore the last step of messaging me via Discord, just because it seems like so many people don't have Discord. And I don't think people shouldn't be allowed to be entered into the giveaway just because they don't have Discord. And I've definitely learned for future giveaways that maybe it's best to not have that as a step. But yeah, all you have to do is be subscribed and have an active comment. So if you're chilling in stream and, you know, you feel like you're invested, you know, maybe join the giveaway. Like I said before, if you don't want the money, we are also able to opt and pick a different option. Jack here is gonna have me play and finish my Hollow Knight playthrough, get it up to 112% if he wins. So just throwing that out there. Right now we have 7 people for the giveaway. We've got Jack, William, Matthew, and a couple others. Apathetic Echo. Come on. Yeah, the reason I didn't actually put a speedrun timer up for this this run is because this character isn't like I don't think you can play this character for a speedrun. I think you have to have a fresh profile. So I'm just kind of doing this to practice, because the main difficulty of a Castle Crashers speedrun the main difficulty really is hitting the combos. Because really, you want to juggle enemies in the air as much as humanly possible. Yoshi on steroids, for real. Holy shit. I'm just dogging on him. There we go. Moving onward. Yeah, I'm thinking for the next giveaway, maybe we just have it be, maybe we have it be like the giveaway post, comment on the giveaway post, and be subscribed, or something for the rules to entry. We're very new to this, and we haven't done a giveaway before, so we weren't quite sure how to go about doing that. No. I almost just gave myself an inferior weapon. Alright. Alright. Hell yeah. But yeah, if you're in stream and you've entered the giveaway, just let me know when it's drawn, what gift card you want. Whether that be Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PC, so Steam, or any other affiliate PC store, as well as as long as it's a gaming platform, you can get. I just don't want to give someone like Dad was joking about. I don't want to give someone a Taco Bell gift card because, like, literally, that has nothing to do with our content. Whereas, you know, getting a game for someone to play, we all play games. That's the one thing we all have in common. Even if we don't all play the same games, we all play games. So, you know, I remember what it was like to not have access to a whole lot of money growing up and, you know, wanting new games. So I always hoped that I'd be the recipient of a giveaway or something. So, you know, now that I'm in the position that I am to be able to give back, I want you guys to feel like, you know, well, I could win. Anybody could. But, wish Dad well. I'm hoping that he's gonna be able to recover and feel a little bit better here soon. You're awesome, Baggy Vitamin. You know, because people like you are the I say this, you know, I don't say this lightly. You guys are the only reason we have the platform to speak. You're the only reason we're monetized. You know, you guys' dedication to the channel, as much as our dedication, is the only reason we're here. You know what I mean? Like, I dreamt as a 9-10-year-old to do this for a living. And, you know, sure, we don't make a living off it, but at the same time, I do it every day, and it's a regular thing that I participate in, so it's pretty much the same. And we make more money than, I'm gonna be so real, than I ever thought we were gonna make. You know, I thought if we made $5, that would be, you know, that's good enough. Because I had really low expectations, because I'm gonna be real, a lot of my friends even wanted to be YouTubers or streamers when they grew up, and they just didn't try. I'm gonna be so honest, they just didn't try. All of them have the ability to do what I'm doing right now, but they weren't dedicated enough. Or they didn't have the right idea in mind, maybe. I think too many people think they're going to get over being Fortnite or Call of Duty streamers when variety gaming is where it's at. Play the games you played growing up. Play your favorite titles, whether other people like those games or not. How long does a Castle Crashers speedrun take? Like, it's only like an hour or something. An hour 30, perhaps? I mean, Jack, if you know, if you don't have the time or whatever to stick around, I understand. But, you know, if you were to win, I would reach out to you via Discord and let you know. But it shouldn't be too long. I'm thinking a couple hours at most. If I'm doing really shitty, 2 hours maybe. Okay. I just figured I'd throw that out there. I don't want you to, you know, feel like you weren't able to be there for the stream, you know? This is one of my favorite games to just casually speedrun, because as a kid, I would do it all the time without even, like, thinking about it. I would play the game in one sitting, start to finish, and I didn't even realize that I was kind of casually speedrunning. And that's what this is. This is more a casual speedrun. I'm not really pressed about how long it takes me or if I beat my personal best or anything. Just for fun. What's up, Demon Lunatic? Just letting you and Baggy Vitamin know that there are still spots on the wheel for the giveaway, and both of you are members, so you can go ahead and skip that Discord, or if you don't have Discord, I mean, you don't have to message me via Discord. I've seen you guys have kind of proven yourselves that you're not bots. So if you guys both wanted to be entered in the giveaway, I would totally be cool. But that's up to you guys. You know, it's the reward is a $25 gift card for any respective gaming platform, or if you're like Jack and you don't want the gift card, then you can also get you can have us play a specific game. I can use that $25 to buy, whatever game, or at least just put it towards that game. I just want you guys to feel like you had the opportunity to enter, because I feel like some people didn't know about it, and some people hadn't seen the community post, so I just kind of want it to be, equal opportunity for everyone. Hope you guys are doing well, though. Bendy! What's up, Bendy? How you doing? The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Sorry Dad's not here for the stream. He's just feeling a little under the weather, given the fact that in our area, allergies are hitting pretty damn hard. So, he's coughing, has a lot of mucus and draining in the back of his throat, which I know if you've been sick, I know how all that goes, and it is not fun. Not fun at all. Alright. We've made it to the Catfish boss. Skippy does still stop in from time to time. He is actually our longest subscribed member, I believe. And it's unfortunate that he's not able to stop in quite as often as he'd want. Skippy works IT, and if you know anything about the IT world, it can be so very demanding of your time, especially if you're in a higher ranking position. So, unfortunately, Skippy hasn't been able to stop in for quite as many streams as he'd like, but it's still always nice to have him, and it's so great to see him when he does stop by. Make sure you have your post notifications set to all, Bendy, which if you go to the little, damn. I could have done this without dying, or without getting hit. But click the little bell, and then, you can set it to all notifications, because it does like some or none, some or all. So, oh, it is set to all? Well, that's weird then. All right. Very quickly, we we made very short work of the catfish boss. And you know, if you didn't have a good weapon, if you walk behind that catapult that white soldier was fixing, you can get a wrench. This is Castle Crashers. This is one of I'd say this was probably my favorite game growing up. I mean, it was just so replayable, and the fact that there were so many different characters, they each had their different unique magic. There was just so much replayability. Yeah, Demon's right. They really mess with the notifications. Sometimes they will give you no notifications even though it's set to all, which is incredibly annoying, I know. Now, the key to a good Castle Crasher speedrun is to try to juggle the enemies, like you see I've been doing, like move across the screen while attacking them, and like keep them up in the air. Alright. I had a really good run with my first official speed run where I actually took him out before he even started attacking. It was so good. I mean, one of my personal bests for this screen in particular. But just, I mean, literally, I kept him from doing the tornado thing the whole time. And I was able to take his whole health bar out without him doing that tornado attack at all. Which kind of wastes a bit of time, you know, prolongs the inevitable. There we go. We took him out. And if you're wondering why I have this pet, you'll see a little bit later. There is a sorry, I'm focusing. There's a portion where you have to walk through water, and this pet makes it so you don't have the slowdown effect when you walk through water. So I just kind of figured it might save me a little bit of time when I get there. And this is one of my favorite games to casually speedrun just because it's very manageable, only being an hour or two long. Some people can get it done really fast. Yeah, I know exactly what you guys are talking about in chat. Sometimes YouTube will literally unsub you from channels without you doing it. Which is just irritating. It's irritating for both the creator whose channel randomly got unsubbed to, and irritating for the viewer of the content. But then again, I'm gonna be so real. When it comes to streaming and content creation, if you plan on trying to get into doing it yourself, do not go to Twitch. Just don't. Twitch is so bloated and so overpopulated, and the way that they recommend content just completely deters people from watching small streamers, which is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the fact that on top of that, when you are monetized or part of their partner program, they give you what's known as a 70-30 split. So they get 70% of the revenue, and you get 30. Like, I'm gonna be so honest, what does Twitch do to promote my content enough to where I feel like I should get 70% of the revenue? Or I should get 30% of the revenue, and they should get 70. Literally, it would be one thing if I was gonna get millions of views because I'm on Twitch. But I'm gonna be so honest, you're lucky if you get 5. And I was talking to someone recently, and if you get more than 50, 100 or if you have 50 or 100 active members, you're in like the top 1% of the platform already. Whereas, you know, there are people on YouTube who get, you know, hundreds of thousands of views, and that's what the top is considered. Whereas if you peak at 100 viewers, you've already, you know, that's kind of the top of that as far as what you're capable of reaching on Twitch. Yeah, I think Twitch just generally disrespects their creators, and it's part of the reason why no one wants to stay there anymore. It's just not, it's not a good environment either. They are so biased. I'm gonna be so honest. The amount of inappropriate content that they let slip, the amount of people that should be banned, or people who have been banned that get unbanned when they shouldn't have been, or regardless, like, I just think their policy is just, it's not it. Can you not? Did all of those bats have to attack me? Like, I don't understand why do they think they're worth that much? Because I'm gonna be honest, my grandma knows what YouTube is. My grandma does not fucking have a clue what Twitch is. You know, I can think aunts and uncles who don't know much about technology that know YouTube. None of them know Twitch. And that's gonna be true for most audiences, I assume. Most people are gonna be familiar with YouTube, and a lot less are gonna be familiar with Twitch. And when people do watch creators on Twitch, they tend to watch like the same couple people. So then you're not even considered in their schedule, whereas most people watch a variety of content on YouTube. So I feel like you're more likely to be in a position where people will actually find your videos. And that's no disrespect to anyone who streams for Twitch, but it is all disrespect to Twitch themselves, because I'm gonna be so honest, I don't have any respect for them at all. Because as far as, you know, in this industry, they just seem to have the worst business practices.
You see more,
Yeah, that too. If it's not people getting unbanned when they shouldn't be unbanned, it's people getting banned who had no business being banned in the first place. Or like, say on Twitch, if someone comes onto your stream and says something vulgar, you're responsible. You're responsible. Say someone just stops by and says something that's, you know, that's bad. You are held responsible for them. Why? Literally, why? How does that make any sense? Why should my channel be demonized because, you know, say I'm chatting with subscribers like some people do and they pull them up. Say they say something super, you know, that's super disrespectful or, you know, racist or whatever it may be, you then are potentially going to get banned because of their actions. Whereas on YouTube, they understand that that was not your fault. It's just peculiar. Like, they're either so lax with what they let go, like the hot tub streamers and the people streaming half naked, or like there are kids on that platform and they're totally cool letting all of that shit slide, but they're not gonna let, you know, an accident slide. Or there are some people who have been banned for literally no real reason. Like, no real reason at all. They weren't even given a reason. Oh yeah, totally agreed. And I totally agree, Bendy. It is just it's what's considered a cesspool, in my opinion, where so many people who are on the platform are deplorable. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, just kind of shitty people. So it becomes like the regular behavior in that given group, and then it's like you're almost surprised when people on that platform aren't disrespectful or, you know, intolerant or whatever that may be. I just think that Twitch at the same time, they both are too strict and too loose. Like, they will ban people for reasons that make no sense, but also not ban people who most definitely should have been banned, you know, days, months, years ago. You know what I mean? It's something they knew about. That's the other thing. There are times where they know fully well that there's these people doing things on their platform that they shouldn't, but they either give them a warning that they wouldn't give other people, or they give them just the benefit of the doubt. I think that the Twitch staff is so very biased, to what they let people get away with. Whereas I truly agree with YouTube's policies. I don't think that there's anything that YouTube is against that I'm not against. I mean, for the most part. I could be wrong if there was like some weird clause in there or something, but I mean, they're against intolerance of any kind, whether that be racism, homophobia, sexism, anything like that. Any sort of general intolerance is immediately taken care of. Whereas on Twitch, it's the Old West. It's the Wild West there. Like, you know, people say some of the worst shit imaginable on Twitch, and there's no repercussions. Both creators and viewers. Just gotta pay the Twitch pimp mo money. Well, I mean, they seem to think they're worth more money. I mean... Oh, no. This is another one of those fights that if you're kind of lucky and you do, you know, you do the right maneuver or technique, you're able to juggle the boss around and keep him from doing pretty much any of these phases. Me and Dad actually like we took like half his health bar down in one pass, and then he immediately just starts firing an absurd amount of cannonballs because he like almost catches up to how far he should be progressed in his health bar. It's kind of insane, honestly. This is actually the first time I've played with this character. Supposedly he's one of the more powerful ones, as far as like magic and stuff is concerned, but of course I'm not even playing magic. I might be able to just stomp him to death. Oh, he finally caught on. He hit me with that heavy attack and then he was like, nah. I'm gonna use this potion, and I think after this boss fight, I'm probably gonna exit to map real quick, so then I can get potions. Makes the most sense. Alright, there we go. He's dead. Yeah, I agree, Bendy. There are people who will be banned on Twitch for cussing or swearing, and then other people will be half naked, having their butt out or whatever, and then, you know, there's no repercussions for that. Yeah, you are totally right. I don't really know in particular who you're referring to, but I've heard of many different instances of just unfair treatment among creators. People just being, you know, people getting in trouble when other people did the same thing and didn't get in trouble, or people not getting in trouble for things that they most obviously should. But that's the last I'll talk about Twitch, because there's a very real reason why I'm not making videos there. You know what I mean? It's just not a platform I value the same way. Say, for example, too, when you're on Twitch, there's like no interaction as a viewer. Like, they sit there and get hundreds of, sometimes thousands of dollars, and they don't even interact with the people who are watching their content. You know what I mean? Like, they just expect all the money, but don't even talk to the people who are chilling with them in chat. Alright, so let's exit to map. Let's get 2 more levels. Let's go here, pick up some supplies. What does this guy even do? Increases your luck finding items. Okay. Cyclops Cave. Those little goblins coming in to steal the money. I think part of a lot of people's problem and why they never get off the ground creating content is because they play the most popular games. Like, if you're gonna stream Fortnite, Minecraft, Call of Duty, or you know, anything that's super, super popular, people already have a defined audience, or like they know who they're gonna go to watch that a lot of the times, and then they're not even looking for new people to watch. But say, for example, a game like Castle Crashers. There's a reason I play this a lot on the channel, and that's because I feel like there's not enough people playing it. Still. Like, there's not a... I mean, it's popular. People know of it. I still feel like more people should give this game some love. It's hilarious. It's fun. It's replayable. And ultimately, I think it really is a perfect game to look at when you're talking about the modern indie scene. Because this game, you know, and games like it, helped define what an indie game is today. But YouTube, I think that number is even higher, Bendy. I think there are hundreds of millions of active users on YouTube daily. It is so much bigger of a platform. I mean, not platformer. It is so much bigger of a platform that it's just kind of laughable that Twitch thinks they're as important, if not more important. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't know if Twitch will be around in 10, 15 years. I know YouTube will. I know. I'm positive. There's no doubt in my mind whether YouTube's still going to be around in 15 years. But, you know, I don't know if Twitch will. With the way they make their decisions, I don't know if they're going to be around too much longer. Alright, so I'm going to exit to map. Put 2 more into strength. And do that again. This is one of the hardest stages in the whole run. And that's mainly just because these enemies have resistance to magic. And a lot of the time I play magic builds. I'm gonna be so real. I've never felt like an old man, or like, I've never felt disconnected from being a kid until I started hearing some of the slang that people say now. I think it's just ridiculous. I'm gonna be so honest. I think some of it's just so stupid. Like you're saying Sigma or whatever. I mean, it's something that people say ironically. You know what I mean? Like, there are people my age saying slang that, you know, younger people have started saying or whatever, and it's like, I don't understand why. I think they're saying it because it's ironic. And irony is such a complicated thing, because a lot of the time, you know, people don't realize that they're doing the same things they're making fun of other people for doing. You know, and just because they're being ironic when they do it doesn't mean that they're not doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Gen Z words are kind of 50-50, I agree. Sometimes they make sense, or sometimes they're, you know, they're all right, and then other times, like with Sigma, that I'm like, no. Just no. Because, like, my friends will do stupid shit like, be like, bro, what the Sigma? And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Why are you talking like that? And it's literally just because they think that they're just being stupid. It almost feels like, you know, when like an older person like is like, man, I'm hip, I'm cool, right? And you're like, yeah, sure. That's kind of how I feel sometimes when it comes to modern slang. Shit on. All right. Yeah, exactly like that, Bendy. Whereas it's like I can't tell, sometimes I can't even tell if they're being ironic or not. This is one of the more difficult bosses, actually, if you don't know what to expect with his pattern. You can kind of just walk around him. Until he does that. Then you have to kind of be a little bit more reserved. Alright. And that's the end of the Cyclops, man. Sad to see him go. Oh, I have to go open the chest. Yeah, where did the world go wrong? I don't know. I'm gonna be so honest. I feel like too many people are kind of chronically online now, if that makes sense. Like, and when I say chronically online, I mean every second of every day they're on their phone. Like, I know people like that. My sister's one of those people. I mean, like, to the point where I'm just a little confused at the end of the day. I'm like, I don't even find that much joy in my phone. I couldn't imagine being on my phone all day, every day. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like I use my phone a fair bit, but there's a point where I think, man, I'm not really getting anything done by scrolling through Instagram anymore. There's not really much, I'm not really gaining much, because a lot of the times it's kind of what I'd call the illusion of learning, where you feel like, oh, I'm watching this because I'm learning new things, and it's like, not really. I mean, are you gonna retain any of this information, or is any of this information really like gonna stick with you? You know? And a lot of the time, it doesn't. Like, don't get me wrong, I've learned some fantastic things because of the internet, but sometimes certain parts of the internet provide little to no educational or entertainment value at all. Like TikTok. I'm gonna be so honest. I know plenty of people in my life who find enjoyment out of TikTok. I just don't really feel like it's as valuable. Don't get me wrong, Instagram Reels has that same quality of, or that same low quality content sometimes. But I feel like I'm at least able to tailor my viewing experience more to the things I like. So like accounts I follow, you know, like, I do it a lot of the times. I'm on Instagram more to check up with new games that are coming out, or new projects I've been following, than anything. You know, I remember hearing about Cuphead pretty early on Instagram. I remember hearing about, Mouse, which is coming out next year, which is a game that's kind of in the same rubber hose. Jesus Christ, leave me alone. It's in like the same rubber hose animation style as Cuphead, but it's a first-person shooter, which I think is going to be like BioShock. Oh my god! Alright. Yeah, going outside is so very important to both, you know, your mental and physical health. And I don't want to sound like some, you know, nagging parent or anything, but it is. I realize all the time how just stepping outside, breathing in the fresh air, it just changes, it changes my perspective. You know, it makes me, sometimes I'm super upset and then I go outside and I'm like, I don't even remember what I was mad about. Because nature's great. I love going on hikes. I love, you know, going for walks. I love taking Chief out for you know, out for a run or something. But, you know, I feel like ultimately you have to be motivated to do those things yourself. So until you're motivated to go spend time outside, a lot of the times you stay inside a lot. And don't get me wrong, I was a kid who was inside a whole lot. But I was also the same kid who would go stay outside for 5-6 hours a day during the summer. Because, you know, as much as I probably would have rather been inside playing video games, I learned from a very young age how important the relationships you have in your life are with your friends, your family, stuff like that. Like, me and my cousin would go out and play hide and seek all the time when I was growing up. That was my favorite thing. I loved hide and seek. That was just, you know, and I lived near the school when I was younger, so we would go to the school playground and, you know, we hid in dumpsters and shit, hid under, you know, under the stairs. I remember once hiding in a what was it? It was like a room that we probably shouldn't have been in, but like it was unlocked for some reason, so we like opened the door and like we're like hiding inside there, you know. I don't know, I feel like when summer came around, I was much more prone to going outside a lot. But when school was in, I was a lot more reserved, and I played inside. You know, whether that be... I was a big board game fan as a kid.
Baggy says, I emphasize that to both my sons. Go out, have fun. It's healthy. You were also a homeboy as a kid, so you push for the opposite
with your kids, as long as it's healthy, you know, as long as it's not something that it's like, you know, they're gonna lose respect for you or whatever, you know, because sometimes there's just nothing better for your brain than just sitting down and playing a game. But that shouldn't be everything that you do. That shouldn't be all of the, you know, all of the things you experience. It's really important to have a variety of stuff that goes on in your life. If not, it's going... Oh, you meant homebody? Yeah, I didn't think homeboy. I didn't think homeboy made much sense, but I went with it. But yeah, I think it's ultimately... There's a reason why they always say variety is the spice of life, because, you know, doing a varied amount of activities and, you know, different things, it keeps you interested, you know, whereas I'm going to be so honest, as someone who has been... you know, on the Xbox a bit too much at times, I feel like I eventually stopped liking video games. I eventually stopped having fun when I was playing them because I played them so regularly. I knew I could go to video games for that dopamine boost. You know, because it does. Video games, just as much as any other thing that you enjoy doing, produces dopamine. So eventually, in a sense, you almost abuse that system, and then you no longer enjoy the games you're playing because... almost because you know you can do it. It's a weird thing, but like, you know, you ruin your reward system. If you say you go outside, you play, you have a good long day outside, and then you come home, for whatever reason, those video games are so much more fun. They're better. It's like, you know, as I've gotten older, when going to work and coming home and playing video games after, I would have such a different sense of gratification and enjoyment when I would play those games because it wasn't what I was doing all day. You know what I mean? Like, I keep using heals that I don't need to, which is annoying me. Alright. Get shit on.
The only time I don't like the outside is the Karens at the store.
Yeah, I get that. I never really... I don't know. I went between enjoying going to the store with my parents and not enjoying it because I realized very quickly that sometimes it became a whole day kind of thing. You know, like, Mom would be like, hey, you want to go to the store and pick up some groceries? I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to. And then it's like, now we're going here. Now we're going here. Of course, she has a bunch of friends who we go to the store, and then every time we go to the store, oh, hey, so-and-so who I haven't seen in forever. Like, how? How come every time we go out, Mom runs into someone she knows who is like, I used to know. I saw you when you were in diapers. And I'm like, I don't know you. Don't claim you know me. Just because you changed my diapers or whatever. I feel like that's such a weird thing to say to somebody. Like, I don't know if they realize how weird that comes off.
These guys are a little bit more hefty.
Yeah, I agree. That is such a communal mom moment. Jack says that literally happened to me yesterday at Target. Tell me that's not just whenever you go to go out and you go to the store with your mom is always gonna see someone she hasn't seen in forever. And then you're gonna awkwardly stand there while they have a conversation, which may last way too long. That was my least favorite thing as a kid, I'm gonna be so honest. She'd like see some coworker she hadn't seen in like forever, and then they're like catching up and reminiscing about the old days, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'd rather be in my room playing games. I think it's funny sometimes to think about the things I worried about as a kid. Like think about the things that I was like, they upset me, and it's like, damn. if only younger me knew the kind of shit I would end up worrying about in the future. You know what I mean? Things that are much more real complaints, really.
Yeah.
Literally. Be like, yeah, we're picking up a couple things. And then we get a whole week's worth of groceries and then a bunch of other stuff. And we're like, that's not a couple things. I love how they're... Damn. He really just killed me. That's my first death. Let's go get more potions. I love how that's kind of a communal experience, though. Like, most people have
Probably been through that with...
one of their parents. Now I'm at the point where I kind of enjoy going to the store. Sometimes it's a bit much. Like, it's a little bit overstimulating at times at the store. Just being around a lot of other people, especially if it's busy. Ugh. I hate when the store is busy. I would prefer to go at the time of day where it's kind of, you know, more chill, I guess. Alright, let's hopefully not die this time around. This is actually a really good character to start as because he has this weapon that gives him bonus defense. This part's sometimes kind of hard. Oh my gosh, I'm not dying here. I did die.
Shit. Baggy says, my boys just give me the list. They know it's going to be between 20 minutes and 2 hours. Love going to Walmart at 7 in the morning. So calming. Everything is stocked awesome.
Okay, Bendy. The giveaway is a $25 gift card of any gaming platform. You still have time to enter. If you'd like to be entered, like I said earlier, we're gonna, because, you know, we didn't get quite as many people entered into the giveaway as I thought, we're going to be lifting the Discord. Like, you don't have to message me via Discord, you just have to be subscribed and have one public comment on the channel. And if you've done that, then you're able to be added onto the wheel, and we're just doing a drawing, essentially. That's what the giveaway is. When we first got monetized, we kind of wanted to let everybody know that we had a giveaway planned, just because, like I said, the only reason we've made any sort of money off of our videos is due to the support and dedication of our fans. So we want to be able to give back to those of you in the community, and it just seemed like the best thing to do. Baggy, you know, you can totally be entered into the giveaway. And whether that be a game for, you know, you could get that gift card for your sons, perhaps. You know? I just know, as a kid, I didn't necessarily have the most access to money. So to be able to have $25 to spend on my own on any given game, that would be like the dream come true. And I'm gonna be so real, we only have like 6 or 7 people entered. Yeah, you already have a public comment. A public comment just means you can't delete it. Like, the comment has to be on a video.
Which you already do.
So, if you like, Bendy, I can actually add you to the list. We already know that you're subscribed. All it was I didn't want someone to bot farm their way into getting into the giveaway. You know, I didn't want someone who wasn't an actual subscriber to get the reward or the prize. That doesn't make sense to me. So, you know, I know you guys. You're chill, and I know that you're not bots because I've seen you in multiple videos and interacted with you guys. So yeah. Do you want to be added on, Baggy? All right. So we got Baggy and Bendy. Once we finish this, we'll add them to the list. And Demon, you two can get in on this giveaway if you'd like. And if you want it to be that your spot makes us play Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, we'll buy that with the gift card, because that was the other option. Is say you don't want the money and you win, we will play any game that you guys want us to play. Yeah, I'm coming to find out that quite a bit of people don't have Discord, so I don't want people to be excluded for that reason. No, you're totally good, Bendy. I see you all the time. Yeah, you're in then, Demon? Sounds good. Alright, so Demons is gonna be for us to play Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Okay, so if Jack wins, we're gonna go through and do the 112% playthrough of Hollow Knight. If Demon wins, we're gonna use that money to buy Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, and we'll stream that, which I'm sure Dad would totally be down for that. All right, so that's 3 I need to add. But yeah, if any of you guys happen to, not be here for the giveaway, I'll make sure that I reach out to you guys and stuff. Or if I see you in subsequent streams, I'll get your info, because I will have to privately get a hold of you guys in some way or another for me to be able to deliver the code. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just show it up on screen for someone to just enter it real quick, So whoever wins, I'll make sure that I'll make sure to reach out to them to be able to gosh, this part really messes me up sometimes. It's that last bit that gets me. If you don't win, I'm probably gonna start Hollow Knight in like a week. Maybe 2. More likely a week, because I'm getting in that mood, I'm starting to actually kind of crave some Hollow Knight. But yeah, we'll likely still get to that pretty soon, because that was already kind of on the agenda. But I still want that to be a good incentive. Right, exactly. Some people only come in and join just because there's a giveaway, and that was the other thing, is I didn't want someone to sub, join one time, and then get the giveaway and, win the prize that someone who's one of our regular people should get. Because you guys are our regulars. You guys are people who hang out and stick around and I've remembered your names, and I know who you are. So I want it to be one of you guys. I don't want it to be some Joe Schmo who joins just because he wants to get the gift card, and he doesn't even care about the streams.
Right.
Totally. Glad that we're on the same page as all of that's concerned. Holy shit. He's stronger. I am better. God, some of the boys memes just get me weak. Oh, no. He almost got me right there. Yeah, that was a show I started semi-recently. I started watching The Boys, and I've watched all of season 1 now. And it's one of those things that I like what's considered subversive media, or media that doesn't, movies or TV that don't necessarily stick to the normal tropes of the given thing. So, like, say The Boys. You expect superheroes to be noble. You expect superheroes to care about the people they're saving. But honestly, in The Boys, it's all about the ego, and they only care because of the attention it gets them, which I think that's good. Like, having a complicated, and like morally objectionable character is one of the most interesting things you can do for me, as far as media goes, because I really like when you can make me, you can subvert my expectations, or you can surprise me, because as someone with pretty good pattern recognition skills, after a while you get it. It's like, yep, it's gonna be this again. Yep, it's gonna be this again. Yeah, the hero's gonna do this, and then it's not enjoyable anymore. When it's predictable, it's not enjoyable. So ultimately, I feel like a lot of my favorite things are movies and TV shows that subvert that expectation and kind of keep you on your toes, per se. You don't necessarily always know what the next point of the story is going to be, so you're actually left surprised. And just an FYI, this is one of the hardest parts of the boss fight, just because of shit. There we go.
Good stuff.
Oh, I got an achievement for that. Defeat a boss as one of his own enemies. That's cool. And you actually have the option to, like, knock this guy off or not. You can either leave him, which I didn't know you could do this, but as a kid, but
You can actually just smack him off the building. That's funny, yeah.
I'm just going to work on defense. So that's the whole left side of the map cleared. Oh, shit. Actually, forgot one crucial thing. I probably should have picked this up earlier. You got to go to the blacksmith and pick up the compass. Alright, so now we can cross the seas. We're like, I would say like 70% of the way done. I used to think that was like a halfway point, but honestly, once you beat that first portion of the game, the second half goes.
Or the ever played Braid?
Braid's actually one of Dad's favorite games. Dad loves Braid. So we are most definitely going to be playing that on the channel at some point or another. That's one of Dad's favorite puzzle games. It's a good puzzle platformer. Demon, did you ever see Soulja Boy play Braid? Have you seen that clip? It's just funny as hell. His reaction just gets me weak. But for whatever reason, he was flexing his Xbox 360, and that was the game that he was playing. He's like, bro, can you believe he can move time? I really forget that Soulja Boy exists like 90% of the time. And then he was pirating Nintendo games and making his own console, if you guys saw that shit. Like, he was literally, like, buying a bootleg Nintendo console that had all of their games on it, and then selling it as his own console. Like, marketing it as the Soldier-Con or whatever. It was just outrageous. Like, when I first heard that, I literally thought whoever was telling me it was just making that up. Alright, and we took that out incredibly quick. Yeah, oh yeah, he got multiple lawsuits for that, actually. Because after he got a cease and desist, he didn't stop doing it.
That's funny, Jack.
It really was a con. Because I'm being so honest, you could have bought the same console for, I think it was like $30 or $40 on Amazon or some shit. Not that I advocate for piracy or anything, but if you really wanted the Soldier Con, you could just go buy the same one he bought before he upcharged the price and then started selling it to everyone. I need to do something real quick. No, not exit game. No. I need to go buy potions. I almost forgot. Yeah, that shit was just silly. Alright. Let's make our way over there. I feel like the extra defense from the porcupine has definitely been helping out this time around, as well as the added defense from the weapon that I'm using. These are some of my least favorite enemies. They have a cool death animation and everything, but they're just kind of annoying to deal with. Same with these guys. But something I did learn is you can block it. I didn't know that for the longest time. I didn't know, because I've played this game since I was probably 8 or 9, and I've played it quite regularly. It was one of, if not my favorite game on the 360. I loved this. Charlie Murder was another good beat 'em up. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. And that game has a fantastic soundtrack. If you're familiar with Anamanaguchi, man, they just make some fucking bangers. And pardon my language. Bendy says, be right back. Alright. Alright, I need to use the bathroom real quick. All right. I'm back. This has been quite the enjoyable stream so far. If you do win the giveaway, Jack, that's literally like as soon as possible. So tomorrow, I do believe. I mean, I have no reason not to pick up and start tomorrow. I mean, I told you, like, that gives you priority. Like, I want you to really feel like you got your money's worth, per se. Alright, sorry, I got a phone call.
My bad. Have you ever played Wii Sports?
You've never got past Matt? Yeah, Matt's, I mean, when it comes to Wii Sports boxing,
He's pretty strong.
yeah, these guys are weak as hell, dude. They're literally like a one-shot. You don't even, like, you don't need to hit them multiple times. I would recommend, Baggy, you should play this with your sons. This would be a I mean, I don't know what their ages are, so maybe they're not ready for even animated violence. But, I mean, if they are, this was something I played with my dad growing up a whole lot, and it made a lot of really fun memories. Yeah, but Wii Sports, man, I remember playing that a whole bunch growing up, on the family Wii. I was actually the adopter of the family Wii. You oftentimes, you'd find that after the Wii craze kind of ended and older people became kind of disinterested. And by older people, I mean like your, maybe your parents or your aunts, uncles, grandparents. But I was the adopter of our family Wii. Because it was like a status symbol.
Everyone had a Wii.
One's 15 and the other's 22. You all game. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I'm glad that you have a relationship with your sons and you're able to enjoy games like that. Because I just know that it was so special to me when me and my Jesus Christ. I'm dead. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, maybe I hit them all at once. Maybe. But I'm so glad that you're able to have that relationship with them and, bond over games. Oh my gosh! I snuck in there. You didn't have that growing up at all? That sucks, man. But honestly, the fact that you're starting that for your kids, I'm sure it means the world to them. And I'm sure you guys have a good relationship because of that. Because a family that games together and plays together stays together. I wish my sister would have played more games with us as a family growing up. The only one we could ever really convince her to play was Mario Kart, and it was only because she was decent at it. She was pretty good at Mario Kart, so she was more likely to want to play that. Whereas any time we played other stuff, we'd either get super competitive about it, and then it wouldn't be enjoyable anymore, or she just wouldn't play with us at all. She's a very casual gamer by comparison. Me and my dad are more vested gamers. She's like my mom. My mom's a very casual gamer. She loves Skyrim. She's been playing Fallout since she started watching the show. So I feel like she's a lot more similar to mom when it comes to her tastes in gaming, but I don't know. It still was always very special to me to be able to play 4-player Mario Kart with all of my family. Or Rock Band. We had this thing called Jammy Jam where we'd all get dressed up in pajamas and stay at my grandma's house and we'd all play Rock Band. That was my dad's idea. And it really was a good way for us all to connect, even though, most of us were pretty bad at it. It was still an interesting experience and one where we were able to bond over it. And honestly, even as our family's grown apart, we still remember those memories. And I think that's ultimately like the most special thing about that is even if my parents aren't together now, and even if that side of the family doesn't really get along anymore, I can still talk to all of them about the memories we made playing Rock Band and doing Jammy Jam, and everyone still has a fond memory of it instead of looking back at it and making it enjoying it last, because people have they kind of tend to almost like ruin their memories when they're attached to the wrong people. You know what I mean? Like sometimes because you have that association, like, oh well, that was with so and so now I can't like them. Your parents are also not together, and honestly, as hard as it is to learn, and man, does it fucking suck when you're a kid to hear this, but when sometimes your parents just, maybe they weren't meant to be together, and maybe they're going to become better and more developed people by being separate, and that's okay. Your parents have a more complicated relationship with each other than you'll ever know, so I think ultimately I just wish, going back on it, I wouldn't have taken it personally. For one reason or another, I thought there was something I could have done. But as a kid, there is nothing you can do to keep your parents together. There's nothing. Because if they're destined to break up and separate, that's what's going to happen. And that's all right.
I'm just sorry if that was a hard period of time for you to go through, because
I know personally it weighed on me, the fact that my parents got divorced or separated or whatever you want to call it.
it's a hard time in a kid's life.
I mean, especially when you think it's so out of nowhere, but there's a chance that there was a lot more building up to that point than you really understood.
You were 9?
See, you were even younger than I was. I think I was 12, 13 when they got separated, and that was hard as hell for me. I mean, that was honestly for at least a year. That was, you know, one of the hardest things I had. Like, I mourned them divorcing, but ultimately now when I look at them, I know they're both better off being separate, and that's all. You know, I know they both love me just as much. I know that they ultimately at the end of the day, they both really do love each other, but it got to the point where it was just no longer, it was hurting them more than it was helping, and that's a hard realization to come to as an adult and as someone in a relationship, because you never want to think that. You want to think it's always going to work forever, and there's going to be no reason that it ends. But ultimately, and this is to anyone out there who also has parents who separated and, you know, had to go through that, you are just as valuable, and your relationship with them is just as valuable regardless. Nothing's going to change. They're still going to be your mom and dad. They're still going to care for you just as much. If they're with other people, who cares? Ultimately, it is so hard being a parent, and I still don't have any concept of how hard it is to be a parent. But ultimately, I had to realize that it was more important that my parents were happy. You know, it was more... Yeah, Chief? But yeah, I just kind of felt like that needed to be said. Yeah? Chief is getting hella aggro. Yeah? Dropping chiefs in the chat? Let's get some chiefs in the chat.
Anyone who's a member.
Drop us some chiefs down there. That's the whole reason we got them made anyways. I made those emojis and stuff because, like, say I need to stop or to pause stream real quick to go outside to take them out. You know what I mean? Go and put them in the backyard. Then you can drop chiefs in the chat. Or if Chief's being kind of vocal, get some chiefs in the chat. And actually, because we've got more members than ever, we've gotten access to 2 or 3 more spots for emojis, so we can actually go and take and make more pictures of Chief or whatever it is that we decide on those spots being. You know, I just think it's cool that when you get more members, you get access to more emojis. Yeah, that's a hard moment to deal with, Ben. I'm sorry that happened. But ultimately, I hope things are better for you now, and you know, it's easier to deal with. Because I mean, I remember exactly where I was and how I felt when it happened to me, and it was a tough one, man. It was a tough couple years. Chief, it's okay, buddy. Okay, Chief. Let me quickly do this volleyball game. Let me do some volleyball, and then I will Can you please calm down? Like, I don't even know why he's getting super ramped up for. You can kind of cheat in this. I learned as a kid. If you stand right on the line, you can kind of just beat them and make it so they are unable to hit the ball. Chief! Give me 1 second. You can wait 1 second. I know you can. Yeah, you can. Gosh. You are so needy sometimes. All right. I'm going to go take him outside real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, go outside. Come on. Let's go outside. Oh my gosh. It was tough for you, but you got a lot of support from family. Good to hear, Jack. Oh shit. All right, we're nearing the end of our adventure already. This is kind of the final stretch here. Once we beat this stuff, we will we'll be like on the last couple stages. Now, when you're on this stage, as tempting as it is, do not break the tombstones. Whenever you break a tombstone, another skeleton's gonna spawn. Yeah, but when I went to take Chief out, he didn't even want to go for a second. I totally get that, though, Jack. I mean, I'm at the point now where I see my mom about twice a year. She lives in Florida, and I don't live in that state, so, you know, I visit her when I can, 2-3 times a year, and it is what it is. I feel like we have a better relationship now than we honestly ever have. Maybe not when I was super young. We were really close, but I mean, ultimately, me and my mom have more quality time instead of just being in each other's presence. You know, when I'm there, we go and do things, and you know, I feel like it's just ultimately gotten better, and it's rough. I mean, especially if you only see them a couple times a year, it's kind of hard. I killed that guy by bouncing the other guy into him. Crazy. Oh my god, Baggy, that's rough. That's hard to deal with, man. You haven't been around your mom since you were 15? That's one of those things that, man, I don't know how well I deal with that. I'm gonna be so honest. I mean, I'm glad you've made peace with it, but that's rough. Having to get to the point where, you know, you almost, not to speak for you, but you almost feel like it's better that they're not in your life. It's kind of rough. Or if maybe they're not, you know, not with us anymore, or, you know, not to speak particularly to your situation, but in general, I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine it being that long since I'd seen my mom or dad. Because I feel like, you know, even though me and my parents have been at odds at times, I feel like ultimately we've formed a better relationship. You know, and me and dad still get at each other, but that's just kind of what it's like. I mean, it's never in a super negative way, or it's not in, you know, in a way where it hurts us or anything. We don't, you know, take it personally, but living with each other, we get at each other's nerves. I mean, especially when we disagree about things, and you know, I feel like it's just it's one of those things that you when you live with someone for long enough, and you tend to drive each other a little bit crazy, you know? Yeah. Having little arguments is how you know you're close. I agree. I just appreciate you guys so much, because I'm gonna be honest, the channel has given me and Dad an opportunity to rebuild our relationship, because I feel like a little bit before that happened, we had kind of grown apart a little bit, for one reason or another. So I feel like with the shared goal of trying to produce some fun content and some good content for our viewers, as well as just as much for ourselves, I feel like it's given us the drive and motivation to kind of try to make more and just find a little bit more out of life. Get something, do that thing that just makes us happy. Dre, what? Dre, just so you know, you have until before I beat this game to let me know that that you want to be in the giveaway, because we've removed the requirement of having a Discord message with me, because I've learned that a lot of people don't have Discord. So I just wanted it to be an equal opportunity for subscribers. The Discord thing was just a way to avoid people botting, which hasn't seemed to be a problem. So I just wanted to let you know that that's a option. It's a $25 gift card for any gaming platform, so Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Steam. You said, nah, it's fine by me, make someone else happy with that giveaway? Okay. I just figured I'd let it be known, you know, because it seemed like a lot of people weren't able to get entered, so I just figured I'd give you the option, but that's awesome. I appreciate it. Already grateful for the membership? I'm glad. And I'm glad to see you, you know, each time that you stop by stream. It's always a pleasure to have our regulars, you know? Because ultimately, that's what I consider you guys. It's like when you work at a job and people come in and eat each day or whatever. Like, you know them. You get to know them. You start remembering their names. You remember, you know, what kind of games they're into. Like, I know that Jack loves Hollow Knight. You know, I love that I love that, you know, Bendy comes in here and asks questions, and, you know, obviously Bendy's a big fan of Bendy. But, like, I feel like I get to know you guys, in a sense. Like, I love that sense of connection that I can build with the community. Sometimes you can get in a really good spot where you're hitting them consistently, and then other times... This is honestly, one of the most time-consuming bosses in the whole run. Ah, you have the difficulty of a different time zone. Well, what time zone are you in? I always like to know so I can kind of think of potential time slots throughout the day. Even if that's a late night stream that, you know, maybe you're able to tune into a little bit more regularly.
Yeah, Jack is also in a different time zone.
This is the hardest part. When it gets closer to the end, he like pops up real quick and then does an attack. Pops up real quick, does another attack. So you kind of just have to get as much damage in as you can during that period.
It's 7 in the morning for you right now. You're in the Netherlands.
Hell yeah. I just love how we have such a wide reach, man. That makes me smile. Like, I never would have thought that people across the world would have given a shit about any of the stuff that I put on the internet. I'm gonna be so real. I'm gonna be so very real. I never once thought and that's not that I didn't believe in myself, but I just didn't think that we had that kind of reach, you know? And that's why I love YouTube as a platform so much, because you're able to connect in such a different way with your community versus, I was talking kind of poorly about Twitch earlier, and that's just because you have no opportunity to even build a community. Twitch will not push your content enough for people to see your content, to then know you exist, to then want to support you. Whereas on YouTube, we've only been here on the platform for about 3.5 years, and we have got so much growth in that time. More growth than I ever would have expected. Yeah, it's about 5 p.m. for me right now. I'm in the Eastern time zone. All right. Now for one of the most unmemorable bosses of the game. Yeah, I think I hit right on the money when I said about 2 hours for a Castle Crashers run. Especially considering I'm not perfect at it quite yet. I haven't learned all of the techniques. I'm pretty good at juggling, but there's a couple other techniques that I've seen speedrunners do that save them a little bit more time, and I haven't quite mastered it. This is that level I was talking about earlier. I'm 14 hours behind you, Jack. Damn. I don't know. I think about this all the time, about how happy I would be with myself if I met my 9-year-old self right now. He would be so proud of me. And that's honestly something that keeps me going all the time. It really does, because I swear, as a kid, being a YouTuber was the coolest fucking job ever. And sure, I have a side job, or I have a job that, you know, makes the money that I live off of, but like, it's not like I don't care about that much as I do the channel, and the channel makes me less money. But the fact that it makes me anything, the fact that I can put videos up and play video games and people want to see that, and they want to see me and my dad play together, it's just like, I feel honored in a way. I really do. Like, I feel like a level of just deep happiness. I don't know, like, it was one of those things that I was always told that was not going to happen. You're not going to make money off of playing video games. And I get it. It's only a little bit. But the fact that our video games can help pay for our video games, you know, like, the fact that we can get new games to play for the channel because of the channel, that's amazing. Or the fact that we can get new equipment, we can get new controllers, we can get new microphones, we could get a better capture card. That's all possible because of our generous members and supporters. Really. And I think people honestly discount how much a view is. 1 view even. That's such a big deal. That even one person decided to take the time out of their day to make us a part of their regular schedule. You know what I mean? Like, that's just... It really speaks to me as a person, I feel like. But anyway, that's enough, of that. I mean, I could talk like that all day, and it's not that I don't want to. I think I just kind of want to move on to a different topic of conversation. But I'm so very grateful for you guys. You've helped me and my dad bond in ways that I didn't really know that we ever could. And we've been able to come together and, you know, learn more about each other, but also learn
A bunch about you guys. Well, Jack, or well, Bendy,
do know that
you can make sure you have membership gifting enabled,
and any point that we
give away memberships
or
other people
are giving away memberships, like Manny will hop in here and gift memberships to subs quite often. So even if you don't have the means to get it now, I mean, there's a real possibility that you get it in the future. And for whatever reason, if YouTube's listening, please let us gift memberships directly. I say this all the time, but if I see someone who's chilling with me in stream for a couple hours, I should be able to gift them a membership. Not that I don't love randomly gifting them, but say Bendy, you know, I should be able to give him a membership, or Jack, or, you know, obviously Jack already has a membership, but you know what I mean. The point still stands. I should be able to gift who I want the membership, because, you know, ultimately, I don't want someone who may not interact with the content. I don't really want those people to get it, because they happen. We gift memberships out, and then it'll be someone who never comes back. You know, and not that I don't still appreciate that, but, you know, like, you kind of want your people to get it, your regulars. I mean, the people who have helped get you to the point you're at now. You want those people to be able to be the ones who receive your memberships, because honestly, they mean more. It means more to you guys to get one of our memberships than someone who doesn't watch our content, because it doesn't really do much for them. I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's only a fun perk because you're here. You know? I may fail this. I'm going to be as careful as possible and... Damn it!
I almost had it. I need a heal.
Yeah, I agree. It's just odd that you don't get to target gift. I never noticed that little guy. Look up there. Can you see him? Woo! Woo!
Shout out to Jack. He's been a member for 2 months. Just shout out to you, man.
That just brings a smile to my face. I really just, I'm so very grateful at the end of the day. And, you know, that's the last of the soppy stuff, or the soppy stuff, I mean. But, like, I really am appreciative of you guys, and I want you to know that, because you really have changed our lives. I mean, even if it's just in a small way, I mean, you've made a monumental difference in our lives. I mean, I'm gonna be real, I feel like our mental health, me and Dad both, has been better since we've had more people active on the channel and more people hanging around. There's something that human interaction just does for you that nothing else can. So to be able to interact with, you know, strangers and be able to find common ground, talk about things we love, have cool conversations, and ultimately just have a good time, like, that's something that not everybody gets. A lot of people's interactions online are negative, and I very rarely see negative interactions in chat, and when those do happen, you guys tend to figure it out. You guys are the ones who tend to be like, hey, so-and-so, stop. Or, you know, maybe you'll be like, well, why are they doing that? And then you guys kind of call attention to it, and I'm like, yep, they shouldn't be in here spamming, or they shouldn't be in here trolling. Banned real quick. 'Cause I'm never going to ban someone for no reason, but if they're trying to detract from the time and trying to make things either about themselves or not, you know, make it less enjoyable, then they're gone. They don't deserve to be here, man. I mean, ultimately, like, this is a place of positivity, happiness, and creativity too. I mean, my favorite thing to do is inspire others to work on their passions. Because so many people have passions for one thing or another. Like William, for example. I love seeing William send his animations in the Discord. No matter how stupid or silly, I love it. I love that he's expressing himself creatively. Same with Puzzler Studio, who's actually the one who made this Be Right Back screen. He made that for our channel. He made that animation. And he's currently working on more stuff for us right now, and we're actually giving him the opportunity to be compensated for his work for the first time. So we're able to do contracting work and say, hey, we want you to do this animation or whatever for the channel, and we're actually able to pay him for that. Not a lot of people are at that position where they're able to start getting paid for their passion. So at any point when I'm able to help support the community, I will always go back and do that, because you guys are a fundamental part of what makes our channel great. It's the loving support from our friends. And I do say friends, and I will say friends, because I feel it's more a friendship really than you guys being fans of us. I feel like we're on more of an even ground. Whereas I feel like sometimes using the word fans is a bit off-putting, I guess, because I'm sure some of you guys would consider yourself fans, but it's more so like, I want you to realize that you're not just a fan of our content, but also friends to us. Well, Jack, if you're interested in working on an edit, or, you know, whatever it is that you work on, just hit me up on Discord and, you know, let me know what you're interested in working on. This is one of the harder stages. In my actual speed run, my first official speed run that we had on the channel, I kind of dropped the ball here a little bit. I died 3 or 4 times, making it a little bit longer than I wanted it to. But oh, heal. Can we get some well wishes for Dad? He's suffering some severe allergies right now. The pollen in our local area has kind of been out of control. So, you know, before him, I was kind of feeling bad, and now it's starting to hit him a little worse. So, you know, I hope he starts to feel better. And I'm kind of upset that he wasn't able to be here for this stream, but that's all right. He wanted the show to go on. You know, I talked to him about it, and it seemed like he really just wanted me to keep it going, and I get it. If he's not got the energy to stream today, I mean, it just makes sense to keep things going. I appreciate it, Dre. I appreciate it, Jack. He is a true legend. He is honestly one of the best retro game players I know. There's nobody that I personally know that can play Mario better than him. I mean, sure, there are people online who can, but you look online and you'll find someone who is an expert at pretty much anything. I mean, truly. So, but for me to think about how much he's been speedrunning, and how like, that's inspired me my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of why I took up speedrunning. That's why I, you know, wanted to do certain things, and it's just, I'm just glad that you guys, you know, that you guys too really respect him, and, you know, find what he does interesting, and you love to see it. All right. some much needed heals. Oh, there's a cheese for this. You just kind of go up and down the ladder, and when you're on the ladder, you can hit them all at once. Oh, that's big. That's big right there. That heal is very important. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, they were starting to overpower me for a second. But I hope in some small way that I can, you know, inspire you guys to do something you're passionate about. I agree. I totally agree, Dre. Well put. Not everybody does make time for their family, whether that be a father making time for his son or a son making time for his father. Because there's a certain point where people think they need to outgrow their parents, and it's like, no, I don't really understand where that mentality comes from, I guess. Teen angst, I guess. That's probably the main culprit. Oh, I'm too cool, dude. I shouldn't be hanging out with my dad. What the hell? Should be out at the club, dude. Fucking partying. Man, that cheese makes this so much more possible. Like this portion sucks. I'm gonna be so real. This portion just kind of sucks. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, it is very painful. And I still may, you know, get screwed over here. But luckily, we're past that beginning part. This stage is very difficult in the beginning, in my opinion, because you have those beefy guys, the strong ones, on that first hill, and then you also have those boulders falling, and they do a pretty sizable amount of damage to you as well.
I can't be seen with this old geezer.
Cringe. You're funny, Dre. Alright, let's go back here and pick up more potions. Oh, I love hash browns.
I know that's random.
But Jack said hash browns, and I'm just thinking about some Waffle House hash browns right now. I don't know why, but the Waffle House hash browns are so good. I'm gonna be so real, I've never had bad food from a Waffle House. They're always good. And those people have to deal with the most shit. Like, the fact that you have to know how to fight, that's like almost like an unspoken requirement of Waffle House, is because the people you may be dealing with, you gotta know how to deal with them. I just think it's kind of funny, especially if you're not from the States. Like, Waffle House probably looks like the weirdest thing ever to you. But man, I love me some hash browns. I don't know if it's the Irish blood in me, but I just fucking love potatoes. Anyway, I'll have them anyway. Mashed potatoes, fried potatoes, hash browns. I mean, I'm sold. Dre says the only thing I know from Waffle House are the fighting vids. Yeah. It's like that, dude. Like, it is such a sizable amount of the videos about Waffle House. Also, the fact that there's something called the Waffle House Index, and it pretty much means that they stay open by any means necessary. Literally, like, they say power's out. They will run with a generator and have a partial menu. Say there's no power at all. They will they will still serve certain things that can be prepared. Like, they have a custom menu for situations like that. And on top of that, the fact that it was something, I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, if a Waffle House is closed, you really are screwed. Like, something bad is actually going on. Like, there have been Waffle Houses open in hurricanes, in floods, in various other situations. But man, Waffle House is one of my favorites. I don't know why. Maybe because it's open real late, and like when I go hang out with friends and I stay at their place, that's one of the only places we could really go late night to go get some food. But Waffle House is fire. Alright, he should be dead. I definitely juggled him against the wall enough.
We lived in Amsterdam for about 10 years, and there was a Burger King that would be open 24/7. If that one was closed,
Amsterdam was burning down. Yeah, I mean, some places are like that. I miss the 24/7 locations. There used to be a lot more places around where I lived where restaurants would be open that late. Like, I think we had a McDonald's and a Wendy's, I think, that was 24/7. And even what's cool is, like, our Walmarts used to be 24/7. So, like, say you wanted to go grocery shopping in the middle of the night, you could do that. Whereas now they're all kind of closed. Like, some, I think, you know, this may be a rumor, but some stay open still, I hear. There's also lots of fighting. Maybe it's just being open 24/7. Maybe being open those hours just promotes a different kind of crowd to come in. So maybe the people later at night are more likely to be rowdy and disorderly. Holy shit. There's 14,300 McDonald's in America. Well, that makes sense. Where I live, there's one on the east and west side. Then you look at other towns around here. East and west are like both sides of, like, most places kind of have two well-defined sides, at least in the place I live, which is the eastern United States. But, yeah, that's what it is, Dre is you get the people coming in after the bar closes to get some food, because it's the only place open, and you're probably a lot more likely to deal with disorderly customers. We're getting very close to the end of this game. Kind of nice. I have enough defense where I'm not, like, super worried about them hitting me. I don't like getting stun locked, but I'll be alright. I appreciate you all for stopping by today. It's been a good stream. I was worried that maybe we wouldn't get quite as many people, but got quite a few friends hanging out. Alright, now what's the Ice King? Not to be confused with the Ice King. Alright. Alright. Damn it. There's like a rhythm to it. There we go. Here we are in the boss fight. Sometimes if you do this fight wrong, it will take kind of long. And by wrong, I mean like not understanding kind of how to tackle the boss fight, I guess. You essentially just want to get constant hits as often as possible and kind of juggle yourself on the boss, if that makes sense. Like, you want to keep yourself up in the air. That's a very powerful part of this game, is that you can keep yourself, you can kind of keep yourself afloat by doing more and more attacks. So it's very important that you're trying to optimize the fight. What's nice is when he does that other attack, he doesn't do the icicle attack anymore. So you can get more damage in. And when he's laughing, when he laughs at you, you can get some pretty easy damage in as well. Gonna heal preemptively. Alright, now, like the corn boss, he has almost like an enrage mode that once you get close to the end, he's more aggressive and he disappears more often. We're close. That Medusa boss is probably my least favorite, just because it's kind of out of place comparatively. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like you get introduced to a lot of the other bosses, and that one just kind of happens out of nowhere. Alright, we got like one more hit on him. There we go. There, he's been frozen to death. There we go. And here's the final stage. We've made it, I don't think we need full heals. 4 should be enough. We've made it to the final stretch, everybody. Which, you know what that means. Once we hit the final hit on the boss, we're gonna move on to the giveaway. We're not going to sit through all the credits like we usually do, just because they're a little time consuming. But yeah. Alright, so, and then I need to remember that Bendy, Baggy, and Demon all need to be added into the giveaway. Yeah, this is everyone's last opportunity. If you're interested in getting in the giveaway, no. This is pretty much the final mission, so this is like your last call. And what's nice about doing a strength only run is these guys aren't that bad at all. But if you come here and have only leveled magic, you don't do any damage to them at all, pretty much. It's like drastically reduced damage. Nice. I'll be able to level up and get the heal that you get from leveling up instead of having to use one of my potions. I would like to 100% this game sometime. That would be enjoyable. Here we go. Now we're gonna go and start the first boss. This is my favorite boss, just because it represents Newgrounds very, very perfectly. And Newgrounds is something that I feel like has just made quite a tremendous impact on my life. But yeah, they're actually making a DLC for this game right now. So shout out to the Behemoth for making Manny! What? Hopping in for the end. Yeah, we're just we're finishing up Castle Crashers, and then we're gonna be drawing the winners of the giveaway. Glad you could make it. Come on, go to the second phase already. Yeah, I didn't think you could block that. I just like how this boss doesn't really directly attack you at all. Come on. Come on. There we go. And he just throws up a bunch of fruit. I'm gonna be so honest, I don't need any of that money for anything. There's nothing I need that money for at all. I'm just gonna kind of let it all fall and leave it there. Oh, it's up. Duh. Alright. Then once you smash the crystal, we can move on to the next of many bosses. Alright. A returning friend. A familiar face. Alright, and for this phase you can't do anything. He summons the groom that we killed earlier, and he actually does a good bit of damage per hit, but we're just gonna avoid him. Wait for him to return to his coffin. Alright, now we just kind of juggle. Hit some pretty decent attacks. What I've noticed with this guy is you can sit on his front, like almost like on his front texture, like, or front layer, and sometimes you can get up there and do a little bit of damage. I'm gonna be honest, I might just stick in the ground. It doesn't, like, that'll still go on. Alright. Come on. Come on. Up here. Damn it. I'm trying to save heals if I can. If need be, I'll use it. I mean, versus having to do this whole fight again. Oh, shit. There we go. Got the Cyclops down. We're gonna leave all that money. Because it ain't about the money at the end of the day. Come on. Break. Break, Mr. Crystal. Now this is one of the more difficult fights. He's actually the reason I saved all my heals. I'm just gonna do that now. Yeah, this guy just summons a bunch of enemies that you fought throughout the different stages. I think this is also one of my favorite boss fights, just because it's so unique. And he's one of the most recognizable characters, the Necromancer, as far as Castle Crashers go. And you can actually play as him. I don't remember how he's unlocked, but he is a playable character. Oh shit. Getting stun locked right here. That's not good. I forgot that I probably should have sandwiches for this part. Luckily, my defense by this point in the game is so high. It's not much of a problem. Just kind of gotta equally beat everybody up. Try to move around as much as you can. Try not to get in a position like that where you're getting beat on by all of the different enemies. Ooh, it's about time for a heal, perhaps. The cool thing is I am getting XP for each and every one of these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to heal. Just because I didn't bring the sandwiches to beat up the heavy guys, so I gotta do it the hard way. Welcome back, Bendy. Hope your food was good. We are fighting one of the more difficult bosses, just because he summons so many enemies. Alright. Luckily, the enemies I think they're more likely to drop food, if not guaranteed, in this fight. Yeah, that green guy is one of the most... He honestly might be the most powerful enemy in the game. You fight him in the Industrial Castle as well. He's the one who has the Cardinal. Cheese. He's also one of the most defensive characters in the game, the Necromancer. Doesn't mean you can't still get him caught in a good chain. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. I'm focusing kind of hard. Nice. It means I don't have to heal again in this fight. Ooh, that was a hefty hit. That critical I just hit there. Luckily, like I said, my defense is impeccable at this state of the game. Come on. Look at how defensive he's being, though. Sometimes you get luckier than others, and you're able to kind of catch him off guard more often. But I mean, this is one of those fights that if you're not prepared for it, you're gonna get your ass beat. There's a reason I saved a substantial amount of my heals for this one.
I'm getting caught in the corner.
Come on. Leave me alone. He is just blocking all of my attacks. Like, it's not like it's hurting me that bad, but, I mean, man. Alright. It gotta be only a couple more hits now. Yeah! Yeah! Whew! That was rough. I'll be honest. I'm used to doing that fight two-player, because me and Dad play this game quite often. So I'm kind of used to having another person for them to target. Man, we're on to the final boss, guys. Alright, we destroyed the crystal. Now we can move on to the final fight. You guys ready? Now this stage right here, easy peasy. You just break crystals. Honestly, very simple. Move around, keep them away from you. All right, that's a good opportunity when they're next to each other. You can hit multiple at once. Alright, just gonna finish them off. Alright, good stuff. Now this phase, I don't think I can do damage. You're kind of just waiting for him to be a red bubble instead of a blue one, because blue can only be damaged by magic, and since we didn't level magic up, it's just kind of all luck of the draw. Oh my gosh. And now he's gonna switch. Now I can't really do anything. Your best bet is doing that dive attack. Oh shit. Okay. One more of those. Let's get another. Alright, good. He moves so fast. All right. I'm just gonna heal. This phase is quite easy, so I didn't think I was gonna take any damage here. I was just more worried about this next one. This is the hardest phase of the fight. And that's just because he does that downwards attack, which makes it sometimes hard for you to hit him. Honestly, I usually have a sandwich for this, because the sandwich is really good for this portion. Come on. Very close. There we go. So now we're going to go back through the phases. Which does not... I don't really get why they even have you do this. Kind of seems like filler. But... we destroy Floaty Ball Man. And then he goes and claims his Fire Dragon Sword. I have so much defense, it doesn't really matter. It's really just trying to get that final blow on the guy. Come on. Focus up. Ugh! The problem about this phase is he just does so many animations. You're just waiting for that one moment where you can get a couple good ones. That's why I rely on that dodge attack so heavily, or like the one where I like roll towards him, because you get like 4 or 5 guaranteed hits. All right, here it is. Bam, bada boom, pow. Yeah, we shit on him. All right, now that we're on the crystal, I'm gonna... Yep, so it's the end of the game. Right there. Shout out to the Behemoth and everyone else who made this game, but that's that. So let's quickly hide this, pull up our giveaway wheel. All right. So entries, I'm adding... Alright, gotta add... What's up, Dad?
Bada bing, bada boom, bow, pow, whatever.
Alright, so I'm adding baggy. I don't know why it's writing it like that, but... got baggy, and then bendy. I don't know why it's putting you guys' names like that, but it is what it is. It was baggy, bendy, and demon we were adding. All right, we're gonna shuffle the names a couple times so it's all random. That should be good. All right, are we ready, guys? It's one spin. Here it is. Who's going to be the winner of our first official giveaway?
Who is it gonna be?
Jack Gaming! Woo! Woo! Shout out to Jack, man.
Jeez, he knew he was gonna win or something.
That is awesome.
Nice. You know what that means, guys? That means we're going to play Hollow Knight up to 112%.
Holy shit.
That's what he wanted for his reward, was for us to play Hollow Knight, and he wanted me to finish my save and get it all the way up to 112%. So
Is that gonna be hard?
looks like that's what we're doing tomorrow. That's the next quest we start. I mean, I just finished Dark Souls Remastered, so the time could not be more prime to start a new series. But Jack, you are the winner of the first official Vid-Bits giveaway. Congratulations. Whew. Jack's excited.
Man. That's something, man.
I guess I'll throw the ending back on. But yeah, it was anyone's game. I mean, you guys saw me add people's names on live, and then I shuffled it multiple times. So, yeah. I'm so happy with that. Next stream is at least from me, is going to be tomorrow. Never mind. We have some late night stuff planned today. But I'm gonna go spend some time with some friends here in a little bit. But after I get back, we'll be down for some. I think Dad wanted to play Bully, right? Yeah. So we're gonna play something low key tonight, but
Starting tomorrow,
we're gonna be back on that Hollow Knight grind, and that's for you, Jack.
I'm so
Stoked, man.
man. Jack did call the win.
I appreciate it, Baggy. I appreciate all of your support today, and man, I've just had such a good stream. Shout out to everyone who stopped by today. Bendy, Jack Gaming, Baggy Vitamin. We had an appearance from Manny, as well as Demon Lunatic. Who else? Let me scroll up. Just make sure I got everybody. Jack also just renewed his membership for the 2nd month, so shout out to Jack. Special shout out to Jack. Yep, that's pretty much everybody. William, I almost forgot him. William also was here. But yeah, I had such a good time today. Had a fun session, a good stream. Got to hang out with my buddies, and I'm just very glad that you guys all had a good time as well. I'm glad we were able to have both some lighthearted and kind of deep conversations, honestly. I mean, I felt like we had a very well-rounded stream, and ultimately I had a great time. And I'm glad that we were able to have our first giveaway. And Jack's been here for a pretty long time, and he really is dedicated, and he is a regular, so I'm glad that he won it. I'm glad that everyone who entered the giveaway was able to be a part of our first giveaway, and I'm glad that we always have memories like this to look back on, because, you know, we have such an overwhelmingly positive community, and I can't wait to spend some more time with you guys in the future. Yeah, it was a really fun stream. Honestly, Jack, and you can also let me know when you're going to be most primed to be able to view those Hollow Knight streams live, and I'll let you know, and we'll do that in according to your schedule. You hope Pops feels better. I'm sure he appreciates that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he's here right now. He wanted to be here for the drawing, but yeah. I appreciate you guys for all the positive words. I hope Dad starts feeling a little bit better too. But thank you guys so much for coming. I mean, truly, this is a pretty monumental day. Today was the first day that we were able to give back to our community, who's been able to help build us up to the point that we're at now. This channel helps you on your lows. Good to hear, Bendy. I'm glad we're able to make it just that little bit easier. Ultimately, thank you guys so much for watching. Can't wait to start that Hollow Knight content. Get back on the grind. I've actually been pretty excited to play some more Hollow Knight, and I'm glad that you guys stuck around to the end. I'm glad that you all had a really good time. You're funny, Dre. Dre cracks me up sometimes. You have a good day too, Bendy, and I hope you all have a good one. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next stream. Like I said, that'll be a little bit later tonight if you're game. But yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been Bray.
I've been here at Brian. Yeah.
And Brian from the Vid-Bits.
Congratulations, Jack.
Congratulations, Jack. We're gonna make a community post announcing you winning, and we're gonna be starting that tomorrow. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye. Bye, guys. See you, Dre. See you, Jack. Bye, Baggy. See you later. Nice. You guys are